With this, now we would like to proceed towards the corporate presentation. And the topic is innovations in transparent high barrier films for sustainable packaging. And for this, I would like to call on stage and please put your hands together for Mr. Anand Gupta, General Manager R&D from UFLEX Limited. Let's give him a huge round of applause. Mr. Anand Gupta.
Hi. Good afternoon, gentle ladies and gentlemen. So, I am Anand Gupta from UFLEX, and I am here with my colleagues, Mr. Ashish. He is the Joint President, Films Division, and Ms. Shailaja. She takes care of the business development of the specialty films. So, today I am going to tell you about innovations in transparent high barrier films for sustainable packaging solutions. So the presentation will flow like this. I'll have a brief introduction about UFLEX and the prevailing technologies in the transparent barrier films, its pros and cons, our strengths in the barrier segments, and our USPs, performance and the economics of our best-in-class barrier products. So about UFLEX, you all know that UFLEX is the India's largest multinational flexible packaging and solutions company. It was established in 1985, and we have manufacturing units in India, Dubai, USA, Mexico, Poland, Egypt, Hungary, Russia, and Nigeria. We have the presence in about 150 countries, serving in all 5 continents, 10,000 plus global workforce. And we have 9, as you saw, that global manufacturing locations. We have following business segments: films, converting, holography, chemicals, cylinder, resins, engineering, liquid packaging. So we are almost everywhere where the packaging is involved. And founder is Mr. Ashok Chaturvedi, we all know. So we have unparalleled expertise to give our customers the end-to-end support. We are not only just a flexible packaging company, we are a solutions provider. We are completely integrated company, starting from resins to films, chemicals, cylinders, engineering, converting, liquid packaging, which is a paper-based Tetra Pak type of thing, asepto, and holographic. So it is the most vertically integrated flexible manufacturer globally. So we are the largest producer of the BOPET film in the world. BOPET is biaxially oriented polyester film. We are the largest converter in India, and we have the state-of-art R&D facilities with 100 plus researchers. So when we say that we are the largest, so in the morning we had a very healthy discussion that plastics is not good for us, but our fellow colleague, Mr. Anil, has defended quite a lot. It is very useful. In fact, every packaging material has its pros and cons. So everything has to go together. We have to have a conscious use of plastics. That is what is desired. And what I personally see is the future is into the recycling and the mono-material usage, whether it is a plastic or whether it is a paper or any other material or biodegradable material also. Sorry. So we have a lot of pilot plants. We have a very well-equipped research and development facilities. One 3-layered pilot film line, which is the only one in India. So it is a 3-layered film line capable of doing polyesters, polypropylene, polyethylene, and other biodegradable plastics. So we have a compounding machine as well, and we have a pilot scale coating machine also. We have a fully equipped chemical laboratory. We have a permeability testing where we can check the oxygen barrier and water barrier. We have the full biodegradation testing lab. Sorry. So let us come to the topic, innovations in the transparent barrier films. So first we'll understand what the prevailing technologies are and what we are going to solve. So as we all have heard today since morning that sustainability is the key word. So what we need to solve is first the growing environmental concern and the regulatory factors. Removal of the aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is not desirable in the multi-layered packs because it is difficult to recycle the packs. Eliminating chlorine content. Chlorine is also not environment friendly. Recyclability. Monomaterial solution. Metal detection is also a challenge. Second is the reduction of the food wastages, increasing the shelf life. Third is the retaining quality of the food. Taste should be intact and shelf life should be more. And we have to prevent the bacterial growth also. We have to prevent undesired reactions and the byproducts which are generated because of the packaging material. Also, another thing which is in high demand is the product visibility. And last but not the least is the high cost. We have to save cost also. So all these concerns, we have a solution which is ULP PET, which is based on a polyester platform. It is a high barrier product which addresses all of these concerns. So we'll talk about this ULP PET later on. Sorry, it's not moving. Can you see? Stop working. Yeah. So let us first understand what are the prevailing technologies in the barrier segment, in the transparent barrier. So one technology is the physical vapor deposition of the ALOX and COX. So ALOX is the aluminum oxide layer which is deposited onto the substrate, whether it is a polyester substrate or a BOPP substrate. The process is as follows. The aluminum is vaporized and the oxygen is inserted at very high temperatures. The reaction takes place in situ. Aluminum is oxidized into aluminum oxide and that gets deposited onto the substrate. So this is how we produce the ALOX film. The pros of it is, the good thing is that it provides the OTR and WVTR both, but there are lots of disadvantages, like it is a high energy process. The efficiency of deposition is also very less. It is 30 to 40%. Lot of aluminum gets wasted. It has high failure rates because it is a highly electronic sensitive machine with a lot of controls. So the failure rate becomes higher. So as a result, there is a high process variation also and inconsistent result in the barrier. It has also, since it is a, inorganic coating, it is a ceramic coating, so it tends to flax crack also. So it is also a high capital investment process. So this was about ALOX. And then another technology which is prevailing is multi-layer extrusion. So here what we do is, there are several extruders, maybe 5 or 7, which produces the film having different compositions, in which EVOH is the main material which provides the barrier. So there are also a lot of disadvantages in this. It has also high cost. It has heterogeneous materials which is non-recyclable. It is a complex process and therefore the MOQ challenges are also there. Nowadays, EVOH availability is also an issue and it is expensive also. The good thing is that it provides OTR barrier with a good protection since it is a sandwich layer, it is inside it. Yeah, so the third technology is the coating of the barrier polymers. So what happens here, the polymer is dissolved either into the water or into some organic solvents. So this polymer is then deposited through the gravure roll or a coating roll onto the film surface. So the good thing is that it is an easy process and the capital investment is also low. But there are lots of challenges with this. The normal polymers which we coat are EVOH, PVOH, and PVDC based. So PVDC has its own concerns, like it is not environment friendly. It tends to oxidize and lose barrier properties with time and turns yellowish also. EVOH and PVH, its performance also deteriorates at high humidity. The lamination bond is also not very good. Printability is not good, especially on the barrier layer. And water resistance is also very poor. So what are the recent advances in the barrier technology, transparent barrier technology? So recently people are doing nanotechnology. They are using nanotechnology in the coatings, especially the nanomaterials which are two-dimensional in nature. So these two-dimensional nature, they are deposited onto the surface, so they prevent entering the oxygen or the water vapor inside the pack. And second is the hybrid coatings, which is based on the organic and inorganic. It's a mixture of both. So organic thing, as we saw in the Alox, if it is completely inorganic, it tends to crack. And if it is only organic, it has its own demerits, like it has a bad water resistance. So what we have done is we have made nanotechnology and hybrid coatings. We have put it together to make ULP PET, which is one of its kind in India, first of its kind in India. It gives excellent OTR barrier, even better as compared to Alox or EVOHP or PVDC, and it works at very high temperature, very high humidity also. There is no barrier loss. There is a good flex crack resistance also. We should also note that we make other barrier films like EVOHP, EVOH Nylon P, Alox PET, Alox BOPP. But at the same time, we feel proud in superseding our own products with the latest cutting-edge technologies and continuous innovations for the good of our customers. So ULP PET meets all the criteria which are trending and which are needed in the food packaging. Sustainability, it takes care of the sustainability because it is chlorine-free. It can be recycled with the main PET stream, and even it can be recycled with the laminates. If you use the laminates such as heat-sealable PET along with the ULP PET, the whole structure will be recyclable and it will provide the barrier also. Printability and barrier, everything. Product visibility is also one very important criteria. You should be able to see your product. Seeing is believing. Cost-wise, it is also economical if you compare it with the EVOHP and Alox. It is about 20% lower in cost. If we compare apple to apple, like laminate to laminate. And being excellent in the OTR, it gives a better shelf life, in fact, the best shelf life as compared to Alox or EVOH or PVDC. Apart from this, it has several other USPs, like it has a very good lamination bond. It has the printability on the barrier layer also, so that you print it, reverse print it, and laminate it with any other material, it gets sandwiched and protected. Transparency is also the best, and it is suitable for hot fill, blast chill, frozen, aggressive foods, etc. So what are the key properties? So we make this film in the 12 micron and 23 microns. And if required, we can change the micron also depending upon the customer's requirement. But generally, 12 and 23 microns are the most prevalent. So OTR is at the level of 0.2 or even lesser. And if someone asks even less than 0.1, we can provide less than 0.1. WETR is about 25 grams per meter square at 90% humidity, which is 50% less than normal BOPET. Printability is excellent. Lamination bond is also 200 plus gram force per 15 mm. And As I told you earlier also, it is suitable for hot fill, blast chill, microwave, frozen, and chill conditions. Since it doesn't involve aluminum layer or any other, metallic layer, so it is good for microwave and it is good for metal detectors also. If some food company wants to detect metal in its food content, then it is good for them. So printing and lamination also can be done on the barrier layer, and it can be done with the solvent-based or water-based inks and adhesives. And in lots of cases, we have converted 3-ply structures into 2-ply structure, where there is further cost saving. So this is the suggested structure for ULP PET. Take the film ULP PET, do the printing, and then do the lamination with the LDPE or CPP to make it sealable structure. So these are the applications where it is being used. It is used in roasted coconut, roasted and coated and salted nuts, oil seeds, dry fruits and nuts, meat, fish, peanut butter, mayonnaise, green vegetables, cut fruits and vegetables, and foods prone to browning reactions, oxygen-sensitive fruits, and cheese and dairy products, dates, spices, gravies, tastemakers, and a lot of other applications, similar applications. So we talked about the cost, how this is cost effective as compared to other similar materials. So here we have compared it with the EVOH and EVOH PE and PET structure with the ULP PET and PE. The thickness is same in both the cases. You can see that the overall laminate cost in this case is 232 rupees per kg, and with ULP PET it is approximately 187, and the difference is close to 20%. So there is a 20% cost saving with this. And apart from this cost saving, the OTR level, if you see, the OTR in that case is around 1, and here we are offering OTR of less than 0.2. So since the OTR is also very less, so shelf life of the food also goes up by about 50%. So these are a few happy brand owners. They are doing meat, nuts, sweets, breads, mayonnaise, cheese, fresh fruits, salads, curries, gravies, etc. So we have other, apart from this ULP, we have other grades also which are into transparent barrier. We have EcoPet. EcoPet is having the OTR of less than 3. It is for those customers who say that we don't need this much of barrier, less than 0.2 we don't need. So we have an alternate which has, it is an economical alternate which has the OTR of less than 3. So it can replace PVDC and EVH in lot of applications. So ULP is available in India, Egypt and Mexico, Russia, and EcoPet is also available in all these places. And there is a product which is XLP, which is soon going to be launched. It contains a very good OTR as well as a very nice WVTR also. So we have developed this product and it is ready to be launched. It is under validation process. So how, this is one example of one of our customers. It is his experience. He has done some validation. And if you can see, it was a test conducted for these foods for 12 days. So without ULP is the column A, and with ULP is the column B. You can say after 6 days, within the 6 days, in the salt content, you can see everything has some deviation. We observed some deviation. And after 7 days, after 6 or 7 days, you know, everywhere in the color, texture, taste, top note, and rancidity, the product has deteriorated. This rice, moong dal, plain khichdi, and all these millets, mixed vegetable, paneer bhuji, aloo matar, everything has deteriorated in the 12 days of tenure. Whereas with ULP, everything was intact. All the taste and texture, rancidity, everything was good. Another customer who was very happy with ULP, he said his product shelf life was 7 days earlier, and by using ULP PET, he was able to increase up to 25 days. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you, sir, for very informative session, presentation. Myself, Anand, from Bending Updates India Private Limited, AGM, Quality and Product Development. And we are one of your customer. We are using MatPet laminate from UFLEX. So we have a question here. What is your opinion if I use Alox PET or ULP PET? Our product is a mix of milk powder and sugar powder. We are making premixes. So we have a problem. Once we are packing our product, then we are passing through the metal detector.
All right.
So we face the problem. There is a metallized layer in that. So, what is your opinion if we use Alox PET or ULP PET? And another, our problem is barrier properties. We are giving a 9-month shelf life of our product. So, what is your suggestion in that, sir?
Look, Alox offers you the WBTR also. I don't know which Alox you are buying at the moment. So, if the WBTR requirement is not very stringent, you can use a 2-layered structure with the ULP, because OTR in this case is much better as compared to Alox for sure. But if you need water barrier also to the tune of less than 1 or maybe even lesser, then it can be used in combination with the Alox to get a better OTR.
Actually, currently we are using metallized pouches, 3-layer metallized pouch.
But with metallized pouches, you cannot pass through the metal detector.
Yes.
That's the problem.
That is the big issue.
Yeah.
So we are looking to change this metallized pouch to this.
We can
Alox
definitely
PET
change
or
it.
ULP PET.
Certainly, we can change it.
And our requirement is OTR, WTR is less than 1. So is that possible to go with the this ULP PET with the good barrier properties, because we are giving the shelf life of our product is 9 months.
Correct. So ULP will retain its barrier for more than 9 months. That is not an issue. As far as water barrier is concerned, water barrier you can use Alox also, or you can go for a multi-layered polyethylene with the higher thickness. So you can get less than 1 WBTR also. If you want to have 2-layered structures, otherwise you can use with Alox also. In combination with the Alox, you can increase the overall shelf life.
Alox PET, about 100 kg sample we have already procured from UFLEX. So we are under trial.
So we can provide you a sample of ULP. You can try that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
In touch with you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Yes, we can do it.
So what would be the structure and what will be the cost effective and shelf life? Because current shelf life is 9 months.
Anil, can you throw some light on it? Anil is with us. He is the packaging expert.
So yes, for sure we can connect with the ULP PET and in collision with polyethylene also. The shelf life will be extended from 9 months to 12 months for sure. We have done some extensive trials on this, validations as well. Some of the customers have already started uses this structure, right? This is a very nice structure we have developed. And most important part, what I want to highlight to all of you, that we don't need ALOX PET at all unless we need WVTR, right? So cost part you will be saving, since the coating is a green coating, so you will have a good environmental, go ahead also. There is no threat to environment with this coating. That is the best part of this coating. I would congratulate to Mr. Gupta and the entire team as well. With his help, since I'm from converting division, for your product also we have developed some structures. We may definitely connect on this. Most important part is that you can downsize your existing structures, number one. You can get good clearances with high shelf life, better bond strength, number two. Number three, the rollover properties of these structures are very good. So you don't need to worry much about them, how would it look like, transparency, clarity, visibility, gloss, mattness, etc. Everything can be incorporated in this, right? So you'll get the solutions.
So the proposed structure is 2-layer for the tomato ketchup, or it's something else?
2-layer, yeah.
Only 2-layer. And the cost effective with the
It's a cost, since I'm a hardcore technical person, so I may not have understanding. So for commercial, sir is there, you can connect with them, right?
So currently we are taking the supply from the UFLEX, we'll connect details.
In our case, we don't want to visible our product. So is that possible to get matte coating?
Make sure your product will not be visible. We can use colored poly also, no? So you don't need to worry, yeah? White poly, yellow poly, green poly, whatever you want, we can give it, right? As I mentioned, I'm a hardcore technical person. I don't have that understanding about credits and debits. So sir is there, you can connect with them.
So
right?
we can discuss this offline. Yeah. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a knowledgeable and sensational session. And with this, to felicitate, sir, I would like to call on stage, and I want everybody out here, please put your hands together for Mr. C.G. Prabhakar, General Manager, Quality from Diageo. Let's give him a huge round of applause, everyone. Please come.